Here's how the desktop app Kiru can use AI to boost your productivity when working with HubSpot. So we have a email inbox open, this email on the screen, going into the general settings, CRM mode enabled, create a new record for HubSpot, Salesforce also supported, by the way. Of these different objects, we'll create a contact, save those settings, and then we're just going to take the screenshot there by asking the AI, and it's going to extract the relevant information, and then human in the loop there is able to send that off. And looking in HubSpot, maybe this has been updated. We're going to refresh it again. Actually, but while we're waiting on that, let's talk about a invoice, local files. That might be something that you're digging into to extract information to send to HubSpot. And by the way, we do see that did load into HubSpot from the email on the screen. But let's talk about that invoice. We have this invoice here, and you're able to load up local files in this tab in the settings, enable RAG mode. Click here to add more files. Your files are displayed here. And now let's toggle here. You can toggle from text mode. This is more the multimodal voice and screenshot mode, and then typing text mode. Who was our caterer according to the invoice? Helps the AI when you are referencing your local files. Invoice there, telling it that it is an invoice, and now the AI thinking about it and was able to pull that contact, send that off from all the stuff going on in this invoice and all the other files we had loaded, and that was able to be sent off. The contact information for it was in here in these few lines and was sent off, just waiting on that to reload. What other situation might it be? As you can see, it loaded there. How else are you and your employees taking information and entering it into HubSpot? Well, I'm sure if you're in sales or customer support, then you're using voice. So recording the voice. If your phone system, if you're using Android and iPhone, maybe you're in sales, you're not at the desk all day, maybe you're out and about, you're on the laptop. This will work on a laptop, and you can connect your Android or iPhone into your computer through a headset, and then you're able to capture the information of the conversation happening over the app. So let's do a theoretical contact that was just voice. Let's say Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt is the contact. His email address is president@us.gov. Phone number is 740-555-1234. His job title is President of the United States. And so that is transcribing it locally, transcribes and updates the transcription every few seconds. So let's see how it did. Hopefully I spoke clearly enough, but that was the information. We didn't do a company or life cycle, but the other ones were all correct, and it did send that off. But pretty important to speak clearly. It is transcribing it. You here are the mic, and let's actually get out of CRM mode opening up the transcript. So it's not perfect, it didn't quite get that word, but speaking clearly. And then you can also go back if it misspells. And because you're the human in the loop, you're able to get that sent off with less distraction, less time, less overhead to the employee, more of that care going to the customer, right? And it's not just good at extracting and sending off. We exit out of the CRM mode. And then you have your own prompt in here. So your own prompt, if you are Mike and the other person is system, their voice coming in over the system audio, that's something you can put as your job description. Who is system? Are you talking to a customer? Are you talking to a lead? Do you want to be more technical? Do you want to be better at a certain sales technique? Those are things that you can put in there and get the answer you would like. So if you're not using local files, let's not have it search the local files. And let's have a question of the 4 people on Mount Rushmore. Who are those 4 people? Were they all presidents? What date were they inaugurated? And what day of the week was that inauguration for all 4 of those people on Mount Rushmore? So this is good for general knowledge. You know your domain and the kind of general knowledge questions that come up during the course of a conversation. So this is good with your general domain. Interesting caveat there with Roosevelt Thursday, although he was sworn in. All of these were a Thursday. I don't know about that. I think the dates are right, but we might have a little hallucination there. But maybe we could try it again. And it gives us better dates. But let's not get lost. Yeah, that's more like it. But let's not get lost in the deep technical. This is more something, the different uses that are possible if we have something like technical work, someone who's a dispatcher for things happening out in the field. We might want to ask it, clear up that transcript. We have this situation of the foundation. What kind of tools would we need to repair a foundation like this just from looking at the pictures and the text on the screen? So that would be a situation like a dispatcher, or you have a job in a certain domain, but there might be something just slightly out of your area of expertise. Maybe Kiru can help you and can give you an answer in that situation. Shoring equipment, hydraulic jacks, steel beams, epoxy grout, injection equipment. And it can't tell you enough. I mean, this is not a real life question and answer, but I hope it's enough. This example is enough to give a little bit of an inspiration of how this could help you when the customer is sending in information. And what might your concerns? Let me address your concerns. We have this AI. What is it doing to the files? It's running around in the computer. It's controlling what? Is it controlling the microphone and the screen? No, it's really, if you're using ChatGPT, which 90% of employees are using, then it's just text. The voice is being converted into text. It's just uploading photos, which is simpler because you don't need to save the photo and then look for it if you're taking a screenshot. And it is only reading the files you want it to read, and it is going through Groq, the models, which I think are the lowest cost and fastest. And I think that's what we need right now. The world, when people in the workplace getting AI in there, I think you want it to be right at that layer where the work is happening, where the attention is happening, and where the questions come up. Where questions come up like, what denominations of money was Abraham Lincoln on? I know he was on the 5. Was he on anything else? And why? Conversations come up, questions arise, and then this is here to give you answers. I didn't need for it to take a screenshot. Interesting. Featured on the 100,000 gold certificate. So, hope that's useful for you. 30-day free trial, no strings attached, no credit card needed. There are no salespeople for Kiru. It is available at stratamus.com. Link in the description with this video in the post, and $14 per seat. And I'd love to talk to you when you are using this. If you have other software that you use, we are done with the days of having data over here and manually having to parse it and move it to a situation over there. So if you have other software, like, are you using Jira? Are you using Google Calendar? Well, I'm going to add that for you, especially if you have a few employees that will use this. $14 a seat. I want you to be happy in using this product for the flat fee, $14 plus the maybe, I doubt you'll ever break $1 per month calling this model, and you can call it a lot. You probably won't break 25 cents. So that is the usefulness. This is how to use the AI thing, and I hope to hear from you at this email address. Thank you.